So welcome back to part 2 of how to cook a turkey. This we did in part 1. We did how to brine a turkey, and this is our beautiful turkey sitting in the brine. Look at how pretty this is. All right, so we're gonna take this turkey out and we're gonna prep it for cooking, and we're gonna go over some techniques in cooking a turkey that are indicative just to turkeys. And yeah, we'll get to that in just 1 second. Welcome back to part 2 of how to cook a turkey. The first part we did how to brine a turkey. And here we've got our beautiful brine turkey. It's been 2 days in the refrigerator. It's looking real good, smells real good. We'll be prepping this now for cooking the turkey. And there's some specific techniques used when cooking a turkey that I've learned over the years that are going to make a big difference in terms of how your turkey comes out. And so give me a second here and we'll get the roasting pan out and get this bird ready for roasting. Okay, so we've got our turkey out here on the cutting board. And basically I drained the mixture, the solution that we had the turkey in for brining. And I took out the onions, the star anise, the rosemary, and this is what we're gonna stuff the turkey with. So it's not great to stuff your turkey with stuffing. One, it's gonna slow down the cooking considerably. And two, you run into some issues with the stuffing inside the bird for that period of time. It's just not a clean way to do it. The best way to do your stuffing is separately in a separate pan, and I'll do a video on how to do your stuffing, but best to stuff the bird with rosemary, garlic, an onion, whatever, some of that items that you used already. So we're just gonna stuff the bird here, put all this stuff inside. You could salt the cavity too, but you've already got a lot of salt and flavor going into this bird already, so there's no need to do that. So once you have that bird stuffed, we're basically just going to close up the cavity utilizing some, twine, oven twine and some skewers here. So we're just going to do this. I'm not going to have a video show this whole thing, so I'm just going to cut and finish this up. But basically, well, maybe I'll just do it. Technique is basically put these through like this. We want to get that tail in there a little bit, like that. And then you take your oven twine, wrap it around those equally like this. And then basically you're just going to go back and forth here, just closing up this cavity. That way everything's not falling out. So the technique for cooking a turkey, and I'm going to lay this in the roasting pan, but one of the key things about a turkey is, and the flaws of a turkey is, the breast always gets overcooked and the dark meat gets undercooked. And this is a problem that's just unavoidable just based on the turkey and how it's configured. So what we do is we cook the turkey right side up and brown it. So we set the temperature of the oven to say 425 and cook the turkey upright for about 20-25 minutes to get a nice browning on the turkey. And then we flip the turkey upside down and cook the turkey for the duration of the most of the time in the oven, 4 hours, 5 hours, depending on how big your turkey is at 325. And then at the end, we flip it up. That way, the thighs and legs get cooked properly. And so we'll show you. There's also another trick here too in placing it in. You want to fold, you want to take the wings here, if you can see this, and you want to fold. You do the same thing with chickens. When you roast a chicken, you always fold the wings under like this. You fold it under. It helps push up the breast. Yep. So it looks like that. Real nice and tidy. Okay. So we'll get the roasting pan in there and we'll show that. All right. So I've placed it in a roasting pan. You know, I bought this pan on Amazon, just a nice stainless steel pan. I want to be able to get all the drippings in the bottom of the pan. The wings are tucked under here like this. You can see, so that looks real nice. I'm going to take the neck. I'm going to put the neck in the bottom here. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to preheat that oven. And I'm also going to make a nice basting, a butter basting in a pan. So I'm going to take a stick of butter, some parsley, some garlic, and I'm going to baste this bird with that garlic solution. Now you can put truffles in there too. That's really nice. Anything else you want to put in that butter to give it a little more flavor. But basically I'm going to baste this bird and I'm going to preheat that oven to 425. And we're ready to go to put this in the oven. All right, so you're going to prep for basting the bird. I like parsley, garlic, and butter. And I have to make a pitch here. Trader Joe's sells this French butter. This to me is probably the best butter you can buy in the States. This is the real deal. This is French butter from French cows. And you can do a taste test with this and Kerrygold. I don't want to cause any real problems here, but you're gonna like this better, I think. So I'm gonna use basically half a stick of butter here, and I'm gonna smash this garlic down. Always want to smash your garlic with your knife like this. So you take your knife, and you got your garlic cloves, you just smash it down like this. There's actually a different flavor. Garlic actually has a different flavor if you smash it relative to pure. If you put it in a blender, it's going to taste differently than if you smash it. All right, so I'm smashing all my garlic down. I got some parsley here I'm going to cut up. Going to make a nice parsley butter here. And then I'm going to put this on the stovetop, heat it up, and then I'm going to baste my bird. All right, so I just simmered our mixture here. We've got parsley, garlic, butter, and we're just going to, all we're going to do is just baste this bird up real nice. No real reason to salt the outside of the bird. I mean, you can. I mean, basically, this bird has got all the goodies. It's been sitting in salt and sugar and all those flavors. So it's gotten real nice into the bird. So that's all we're going to do here. Just going to baste that bird up real nice and put her in the oven. I've got that oven set to 425. It's a pretty good temperature. It's not too hot. We'll put that bird in, and then once it's all browned up, we'll take it out and flip it over, and I'll show you how to do that. All right, thank you.